Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey up, everybody. Welcome to the live stream, RJH, Friday, 27th of August, 2021. How are we all right? Yeah, welcome. Bit cooler this evening. Windows not open and yeah, temperatures a little bit darker, gone a little bit darker earlier. So where has summer gone? Yeah, where has summer gone? Apparently we're getting a late summer this year. So yes, good evening everybody and welcome to Friday 27th of August 2021 RJH live stream. And tonight is one of our other popular live streams. It's all about slow riding control. So tonight is all about slow riding. How you do slow riding, why you do slow riding, where you would do slow riding. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But it is a skill that you develop. So tonight is all about slow speed riding. That is going to benefit anybody that's thinking about doing a CBT. That is going to benefit anybody that's thinking about going on and doing the full test module 1, particularly as a lot of that is slow riding. So yeah, as always, please do like the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. It does help spread the video, get more people coming on and watching. It really does work. And I know I've been talking about a lot on most of the live stream, but I do like to remind you, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, commenting away in the live chat really does promote the video whilst it's being streamed on the YouTube and just encourages more people to come into the chat. So please do so. So yes, traditional thanks and congratulations go out. So well done to Team RJH, who continue to be working very, very hard, long hours. It seems to be the trend of 2021. So well done to all of you. And congratulations go out to all of our trainees, and that's whether you've come in at the taster session level, whether you've come in CBT, passing your module 1, passing your module 2. We had a good mix again this week, so big congratulations to all of those that have achieved their goals, and also thank you to everybody that is continuing to message me through the channel and telling me how well they've done on various parts of their training and tests, and how the channel has been contributing to that, which is always nice to know. Remember, any feedback like that does motivate me, and it does encourage me to make more videos. And whether that's live streams or videos, it's what motivates me. So please do keep commenting away with those positive thoughts. We do like the positive thoughts, please. So we have some mixture in the chat room. So let's see where we are up to. Lisa, good evening. AW8, good evening. Paul, good evening. Figal, good evening. It's Magic Sauce. Hello, good evening. You do slow riding because I'm really is a skill that you need to develop. Lady Godiva, Lady Godiva, I am Mod 1 training, and I wanted to ask, is it more importantly to ride the clutch a lot more on a bigger bike? Yeah, we if we're teaching slow riding on your bigger bikes, then yes, slipping the clutch. Watch this video. What I want you to have a look at, Lady Godiva, is in the description below. I have got lots of links to previous videos that we've done of various module 1 exercises. So take a look at those, and you will see that, yeah, feathering the clutch, slipping the clutch, riding the clutch. Rear brake is a slow speed coordination that we do teach. But listen to your instructors as well, because your instructors will be able to advise you. So good. Don't need to apologize. Watch the video. Slow speed, that is what we are discussing tonight. So you get your questions in. Any question relating to slow speed control is tonight's subject. And what I would also say is that in the chat room, we have all these, there's a lot of regular people in these chat room. So there's never a silly question or anything. Get a question in. And, there's so many different people that will give you different, yes, take it all. It's a lot of experience there, which can help you out. Yeah, not a problem, Figal. Yeah, so that's what it is. We've got now about 35 live stream videos, which are proven to be well received. One a week, certainly, sometimes 2 or 3 a week. And it for me is getting a lot of interaction from you viewers, which is what we like, and it's helping you in your goals to achieve what it is that you want to achieve on 2 wheels. So yeah, keep it up. Figal, thanks for the advice. Yeah, Aaron, on a bigger CC bike, you can do all the Mod 1 maneuvers with only clutch because of the higher torque. Yes, you can. So, keep that clutch on the bike point. You don't really, depending on the bikes, but a little bit of brake, got an itch, sorry, a little bit of throttle, a little bit of back brake as well. The slower you want to go, the slower and tighter you want to go. Fight the controls more, so a little bit more gas, a little bit more drive, and rear brake. It's a combination of the 3, depending where you are, what speed you're doing, what maneuver you're doing. But yes, is there any? It's Mac Source. Is there any difference between slow riding up a hill compared to a flat road? No. Well, slow speed up a hill, you could probably, depending how steep the hill is, but yeah, you could let the clutch out gently. You could probably slow ride up a hill with the clutch fully engaged and no back brake, couldn't you? Whereas going down the hill, you probably need to be using that coordination, feather in the clutch, using the rear brake, depending how slow you want to go. So the answer to your question, is there any difference? Yes, there could be difference. So AWX, the instructors on YouTube teach 2 disciplines: one slow to light revs at idle, or low rev slipping clutch, higher revs, more clutch slip, both with rear brake. Any preference, Rob? Yeah, or both, either or. Depends how slow I'm going, depends on the situation that I'm going. And what I'll go on to in a minute, Aaron, you passed your Mod 2 yesterday, and now you are full Category A. Fantastic. Fantastic news. Good evening, Hader. Yeah, so that's the news that we want, Aaron. Nice to hear of people achieving that full license, because that's what we all eventually want to go, don't we? Yeah, so slow speed. That's the subject tonight. Slow speed. So I'll give you my take on it. I'll give you what we teach and how we teach it and stuff, and where you probably use it. But slow speed is certainly, since, I would say, for me, I mean, I've been teaching for 20 years, and when the new test, the current test, module 1 and 2, came in 2009, I would say we were developing the slow speed control to a higher standard than what we were on the old test, because of course on the old test, which was all on the road, the only slow speed control exercises you probably got was the moving off exercise and the U-turn. And if you got a bit lucky, you get it done. And that doesn't come into the new test now, because you've got slaloms, you've got figure of 8, you've got slow speed in a straight line, and you've got your U-turn. So I think the test today, the module 1, does need more skill for slow speed. Yeah, and you need to be comfortable with the slow speed. Otherwise, you won't get through, because of course, no feet down whilst you're riding, a nice control. So the test today, I think, demands a nicer developed, a better developed slow speed rider. Okay. So slow speed is the subject. Slow speed is the subject. And if you are thinking of learning to ride, if you're thinking of a CBT, if you're thinking of module 1 training, then slow speed is not going to go away. It is something that you are going to have to be comfortable at. Okay, so that is what we're going to be talking about tonight. It's going to be a good one. I've got my refreshments and I've got my top up. Yeah, I've got my top up. So I've had a good week, busy week myself, and I've just started today. I've got 4 more days left before my month in Spain. But I've started a 5-day instructor training workshop today, day 1, and that was with Mike, Paul and Andy. So Mike, Paul and Andy have started day 1 with myself of initially a 5-day course, but I've completed day 1 today of instructor training. And I've got 4 more days. So I've got day 2, 3, 4, 5 of instructor training, and then I'm going to Spain, spending a month in Spain. So that's all good. But as I said last week, and I'll say again today now, I have started to put some pre-scheduled live streams on Sundays for when I am in Spain. So I will be continuing to do some live streams whilst I am in Spain. Okay, so that's good news. And I did also pledge, I promise, that I will not do the live streams from the poolside. I won't do it from the poolside. I will only do the live stream from inside. Paul Sugden definitely found slow speed easier on a 600 than a 125. Yes, So 99%, I would say, of the trainees that we convert from the 125 to the 600, the bigger bike, or we use 650s, but I would say that 99% would do find it easier. Hader, yeah, slow speed is better on a 600 than a 125, and these are honest, genuine bits of advice which you guys, Paul, Hader, could be helping out some of the newer people that are on the channel. So any new viewers tonight? Who have we got tonight that is a new viewer? Any votes there? Have we got any new viewers? So somebody, Aaron, you passed your module 2 yesterday. Now you're full category A. So have you bought a bike, Aaron? Are you going to go and buy a bike? What is it that you've got, or what is it that you're going to go and buy? So what bike is it that you are going to go and buy? Or what bike have you already got? Good evening, Lee Newton. First time on the channel, Lee? Is it your first visit to the channel, or name doesn't ring a bell? Is it your first time on the live stream? If so, what we do ask is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment away. The more comments, the more the video spreads out on the YouTube channel whilst it's being live, which will encourage more and more people to come in and introduce themselves. Lee is not new. AW8. Oh dear, I got it wrong again. I got it wrong again. Maybe I need some glasses. Should go to Specsavers. So tonight is slow speed. So let's get started then. We've had a bit of a warm up. Thank you very much, Lee. Yeah, thank you very much. So let's get started on slow speed. Slow speed could be taught on RJH purpose-built bicycles before going on to a motorcycle for the first time. Well, sometimes we do suggest that. Sometimes, yeah, we do suggest. Lady Go Diver. Yeah, so I'm yet to try a bigger bike as I still need to demonstrate better slow speed control. So hopefully next lesson I can try a bigger bike. Yeah, you got to listen to your instructors. Your instructors know best. Majority of instructors know best. But remember, 99%, when the time's right and your instructor, you can talk with your instructor, but when the time is right, and the time right to convert you onto that bigger bike, you will feel a lot more comfortable on the bigger bike. And sometimes, somebody will struggle with the slow speed on the little bike and then get on the bigger one, all clicks into place. So don't let your instructors keep you on a 125 for too long, because you do, you need to progress. You need to progress. Next lesson, I can try a bigger bike before I take your mod one. Yeah, you want to get on the bigger bike and you want to be comfortable on the bigger bike before you go for the test. So don't just go and get on the bigger bike and then go for the test. Make sure you're getting some lessons in on it. Yeah, I have spent enough on glasses, but 2 for the price of 1. 2 pairs of glasses for the price of 1. I think I've told you before. I got these, which are Hackett. These are Hackett. See? And I got another pair. Hugo Boss. And yeah, I do favour the Hackett ones anyway. Halfway through doing lessons. Another one tomorrow. Mod 1 early September. Good man. Good man. Lee struggles sometimes with slow speed control, turning into junctions and up to junctions. Yeah, so Lee, I've got some good videos on junctions and things. Got a good one which introduces POM. Now, I don't know whether I've got the POM. No. I'm going to do a bit of digging and see if I can find the video that we made for people that are struggling, moving away at junctions, turning right and turning left, slow speed control. And we teach, if it helps, POM, which is a prepare, observe, manoeuvre. So prepare, observe, manoeuvre. Let me just see if I can find that video. And if I can quickly find it, what I'm going to do is put it down below, Lee, because this video might help you. All right. So just bear with me for a minute. It wasn't too long ago, but I might surprise myself when I find it. POM explained it was 5 months ago. So let me just copy that. And what I want you to do, Lee, is have a look at this and tell me what you think. So I've put it there. Yeah, I've took it there. There, try that link, Lee. Let me know if that helps you out. Prepare, observe, manoeuvre. Lady Gov, all the better to see you with my dear, with glasses. Yeah, definitely. Lady Gov, whilst bigger bikes can be easier for many, a 125 can be easier to keep upright with your foot. If when you put your foot down and bike not, yeah. I mean, again, many stopping in the control position. And depends on your build and your size, but yeah, you can find the bigger bikes a little bit harder, but with the right training and with the right coaching, you can do it, providing that you're at a size that is suitable. You don't need to stop on a big bike with both your feet down. You don't need to stop with your foot flat on the ground, because I've rode many bikes and it's just the ball of my foot almost tiptoe, and that's my left foot, my right foot, because I'm not tall and I ride bigger bikes. So, but the important thing is when you're stopping to keep that bike in the upright position. And anybody will know if you lean that bike a little bit too far over, you will feel the weight of it. Andrew. I've been watching your videos for a while now. Got on the bigger bike for the first time last weekend for my Mod 1 training and loved it. Had the Mod 1 test Monday and got a clean sheet. Fantastic to hear, Andrew. There you go. So that's good. That's good. It doesn't get any better than passing your Module 1 with a clean sheet. And thanks for letting us know, Andrew. Okay, so what is slow speed then? Slow speed. So if I ask somebody what slow speed is, they'll say, oh, it's 3 or 4 miles an hour. Well, yeah, slow speed is. Slow speed could be 8 or 9 miles an hour. So slow speed is slow speed, but I don't want to talk about slow speed as in 3 or 4 miles an hour or 8 or 9 miles an hour. What I want to talk about is slow speed and the coordination of the controls that we teach for you to ride slow speed. So the 3 controls for slow speed are your throttle, your clutch, and your rear brake. Now, there are times that you can use one of those controls and ride slowly. So I've seen people ride slowly with their clutch fully out, their foot off the back brake, and just letting the bike tick over. And I've seen people ride successfully doing that. But you're not going to be able to maneuver that bike safely and in control if you then were doing a U-turn or slalom, figure 8 or turning, because you need to, because it would be going too fast. You not the engine, the torque, the bike is just going to go away from you. So you need to introduce the clutch, you need to introduce the rear brake. And in order to go slower, in order to go tighter and turn in, you want to be feathering that clutch. That's the coordination that will give you a more controlled riding, a more controlled way of riding. So, if you go around with just the throttle and a U-turn, very good chance you could be putting your foot down, you're going to go wide, you're not going to be able to control the bike. So get that clutch, slipping, feathering, riding the clutch, rear brake. So if you can use your throttle and your clutch and your rear brake, or 3 together, you will be able to ride slower in more control. And that coordination can get you 6, 7, 8 miles an hour, up to 10 it can get you. Or it could get you at, 2 miles an hour if you wanted to. 2 or 3 miles an hour successfully. And if you wanted to go slower, you would need, so you'd have to get your head around it. But if you want to go slower, you need to introduce more drive, so more throttle. You need to introduce more clutch, so don't let the clutch out, but give more drive with the clutch. But then you'd use your rear brake to prevent you going faster, because more gas, you're going to go faster, or more throttle, you're going to go faster, but you're not necessarily, because you're reining it in with the brake. So feathering the clutch is a really important control for slow speed. And said it in the past, 3 points in the clutch. You've got position 1, 2, and 3. So if you think of 1 being disengaged, in 2 being on the bite point, and 3 fully engaged, 1, 2, 3. That's what you've got. But think about now having 7 points on the clutch. So having 7 points. So 1 disengaged, then 2, 3 getting the bite point, more 4, 5 on the bite point, 6, and then 7 engage. So you could be slipping the clutch on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or if you want to 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2 disengage, 3, 4, 5 slipping the clutch, 6 engage. So having a little bit more free play, a bit more movement on the clutch being slipped. So, and it is a skill that you develop. So how do you practice it? Well, you've got your lessons with your instructors, but if you've got a 1, 2, 5, can you get out and practice it in a car park? Have you got a little, well, you can go and practice it on the roads. But slow speed is a skill. And as I said, you don't necessarily, the slow speed today is a higher standard than what it would have been pre 2009 on the Module 1. Yeah, you did introduce slow speed, but now you're introducing it a lot more often. Hader, an ability to control the gravitational forces in the bike in a controlled manner by keeping the best momentum for the situation. Good way of explaining it, yeah. And I suppose the word as well, where you've got there, keeping the best momentum for the situation, Hader, is you need to be flexible. You need to be flexible. There's going to be times when you would need to tighten everything up. There's times when you would need to introduce more gas and more drive, but control the speed. So think of a piece of string and you're pulling the string at both ends. The middle tightens up. That's really how you want the bike to be. So if you wanted to turn on full lock, for instance, would you? But you can if you've got that coordination. So yeah, prior to 2009, then the old, we get calls occasionally from people, and we've had calls from people that have had their bike licenses for many years, and indeed some of you may have seen them. And you can always tell a nice rider that's got control because they just ride, say, if you're in slow moving traffic and they're just riding along, nice body posture, the bike's nice and straight, it's not weaving. And the brake lights on and the nice slow walking pace. Yeah, they've got it, and they've got it. And then you see others that are all over the place. The left, the right, the feet are down, the body's all over the place. Just don't look comfortable. So it's a skill. And I say we get people that have been riding for many years, and they phone me up and they say, Rob, yeah, I've seen your channel, seen you on YouTube, and they say, I've just bought a new bike and picked it up from the showroom. Fantastic, a nice big, I don't know, as an example, a BMW 1250. Oh, lovely bike. I say, yeah, lovely bike. And then they say, yeah, and I fell off it. And I say, oh, blimey, sorry to hear that. And they say, yeah, I was only picked it up. I said, this is an example. And yeah, so what happened then? Well, they said, I dropped the bike, was turning at this junction. Do you know it? I said, which junction? So I know the garage. I know oh yeah, I know where it is. And so what happened? Well, I was just turning out there and I said, I know exactly what has happened. And I've not even asked any more questions. That I know exactly what has happened. And you see them, you see these very experienced riders, but they can't ride slowly, which makes me, we've got to do a slow speed clinic. I need to introduce a slow speed clinic, because what happens is they're moving off with both feet down. Both feet down. And I'll tell you another story, which was, I think, on the last live stream in a minute, about moving away with both feet down. And they're turning right out of this T-junction. It's a big 1250, both feet down, move away to turn right, suddenly something comes into play. They have to stop quickly. So front brake, no back brake, down it goes. And that is what happens. Did that video help you, Lee? If it did help you, what I'm going to do is paste it into the description. So when I do another live stream on slow speed, it'll be in there. And I think I've probably got other ones as well. But it is a good video. Yes, it is a good video. POM is a fantastic acronym to use. And if these guys on these BMWs, Lee, use the POM, they would not be doing what I've just explained. Okay. And it is it's something which I find amazing, because I was in a test center about 3 years ago, and there was a young lady doing her module 1, and I've taken two trainees who's doing their tests not long afterwards. And I said, okay, if you want to have a little look at this person doing the test, yeah, you can have a little look, but don't get, we don't get right up to the fence or anything. Look from a distance, and then we can have a little chat about what's going on and just get them in the zone and get there a bit earlier. Hopefully see somebody doing the test, which she did. And this young lady was on the test and parked up, did the manual handling. And straight away, they're moving off from manual handling. My lad said, "Oh, you've got both feet down, moving off." All right, yeah. Well, it's a fault, isn't it? We don't teach you to do that. And they say, no, that's not good. Does the slalom, does the figure of 8, comes to a stop. Examiner's there, has a chat with her. Yeah, ready, off you go. Slow speed in a straight line and that. Anyway, puts it into first gear. Both feet down, moving off. Comes to a stop in the cones. Neutral, chit-chat, gets ready for the U-turn, moves off. Both feet down. Does the U-turn. And me lads are saying, blimey, she's saying, that's not good, she's going to fail. And she just said, well, it's not looking good, that is it. And that is what she was doing. Every time she moved off from a standstill, she moved off with both of her feet down. And I mean, every time she moved on. So her instructor has allowed her to do that, and he's not corrected her. She didn't have any height issues. She didn't have any height issues. She was a normal sized girl, and she's moving off every time with both her feet down. So we're waiting in anticipation for her when she comes out of the test center with the exam when she's finished. And she comes out and she's, yay, I've done it. Done it. And she passed. And, well, I think she might have had a clean sheet even. But anyway, at the time, I can't quite remember, but she might have had a clean sheet, but nothing was mentioned about this moving off with both feet down. So what I did, I took the opportunity then to discuss it with my local CBT enforcement officer. And I said, we wouldn't have done that at Cardington. We passed our instructor qualification. We teach people to move off and stop in the control position, and that is your right foot covering the rear brake, left foot down, and stopping in the control position, moving off in the control position, stopping in the control position. None of which this young lady did, but she passed her test. And that's the habit that she's been allowed to develop. So I brought it up with my local CBT enforcement officer because I was amused that she'd been allowed to pass a test like that. And yeah, I mean, he actually agreed with me, but no fault has been recorded. If she's moving off without any control issue and she's stopping without any control issue, then there's no fault recorded. Right, okay. And I'm still amazed at that to this day, because the young lady goes away and passes her module 2 with that standard, is going to be one of the people that are going to be dropping their bike on a right turn, slow, moving away at an angle, because both of her feet are down. And if she had to stop suddenly, she would only be able to do it with the front brake. And if those wheels are turning at the same time, there's only one place that bike is going to go. And the bigger the bike, the more likely it's going to happen. So absolutely amazed. Absolutely amazed. So yeah, from people that are struggling with slow speed. It's a skill that we instill to. It's a skill that we instill in at even a taster. If somebody wants a taster, we try and get them to do slow speed figures of eights and stuff like that. But CBT level, because if we don't get that skill right at that level, then it's just going to progress. And if you get that skill correct at that CBT level, it makes it much easier to convert onto a bigger bike and then introduce the slow speed on a bigger bike. Paul Sugden, what about a video live stream on changing gears? I can certainly do a live stream on gear changing if anybody wants. I can schedule a live stream on gears and give you my take on it. Yeah, not a problem. I've got a video on gear changing, which I will hunt for you now. You can have a look at, but I can do a live stream if you would like one. Let me see what I can find. It was on I think it might have been on a playlist of instructor training from recollection. Got another one there, slow speed, whether that's on there. This video's 4 years old, so I'm just going to stick this in there because I've not just watched it or anything, but I can put that in the playlist as well. Have a look at that one, slow speed one. And it was, let's have another look. Gear changes. Top tips on the CBD, how to use your brakes on a geared bike to come to a throttle there available. No. I'm going to have a look at finding it, I think, Paul, but I have got a video on changing gears. So I'm going to hunt it out and I'll put it in the description. But I can do a live stream on videos if it would help. So I could schedule maybe, we've got the live stream on Sunday, I think, again, coffee with Bob the biker. but I could schedule a live stream on gears for next Wednesday. Then I go to Spain on Thursday, and then I've got 2 scheduled. For some reason, I sometimes struggle to get the bike into neutral, and also going from first to second, I knock it into I mean, so as a bike gets warm, it tends to be, but neutral, I find going into neutral always easier from second down to neutral than first into neutral. So there are lots of little tips that we can give you. I'm still trying to find this video on changing gears, so bear with me. Lady Godiva, I've dropped my 125cc twice only for that exact reason, grabbing the front brake while turning into a parking space or when the wheel is turned. I've learned from those mistakes now. Yes, so keep, if I had a piece of string, I'd tie your right foot to the back brake, because as soon as that right foot comes down, problems. Take the bike on the left leg, leave the front brake alone, is my advice. And that's on a 125. So if that was on a bigger bike, Lady Godiva, it's not going to be any different. Nearly there. I can feel it. I'm just going through my videos. I can feel it coming along now. It's not far away. So bear with me, folks. Bear with me. How to do an emergency stop. Sure, I'm not dreaming it. Don't know, still can't find it. It's irritating me now, because I did have a video on gear changes. Which I'm going to have to go and find it another time. I'm looking at all the thumbnails, but I can't find it, so I don't think it's got a thumbnail. So let me make a quick note of that, and I will find it and I will put it in the description, so you can have a look afterwards. So come back to it later and it will be there. Okay. Because that has irritated me now, but it is there somewhere. Right then, let's have a look. So I'll do a live stream for you, Paul, on gears, and anybody else that would benefit from it. Chatty Station Sam, good evening. Just joined now. Sam in the house. Welcome, Sam. And so slow speed, that is tonight's live stream. Quite a good discussion on it. Stopping, right foot rear brake, safety position, front brake on, left foot down, swap feet, select neutral, back to safety when ready, move right foot down, select gear and move off as required. Swap feet, select neutral, back to safety when ready to move. Right foot down, select first gear, right foot back up, off the front brake, move off. How does that sound? AW8. That's the control position, isn't it? That is the control position. Right foot up, left foot down. Could do a little video. Could actually do a video on the control position and how you get into first and everything, dancing of the feet and stuff like that. Good evening, Sophie. Good evening. Yes, you are having an assessment tomorrow. And excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Good evening, Sophie. Yes, we have missed Sophie. You need to get onto the live stream earlier, Sophie. We miss Sophie. We miss Sophie. So yes, enjoy tomorrow. I'm sure that you will be absolutely fine, and look forward to you starting to conduct some CBTs. Very exciting times. Now, while you keep the audience entertained, Sophie, I'm still looking for my video on changing gears because somebody mentioned it, and I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to do a schedule for a live stream on changing gears, which I am struggling to find, and it's irritating me. There's quite a lot of videos on the channel. There is quite a lot of videos on this channel now. So let's try this playlist. Let me have a look then. You've just found it. Top tips. Right, I'm there. Let's see. Top tips. I think I'm going blind. Tell you what might be easier, Paul, if you paste the link and put it in the description. That might be easier. Because I can't find it. Just seen a video on RJH about gear change. Pre-CBT tips, how to change gears. Yeah. Where is the link? There is link. Where is it, Sophie? Because I can't find it. I'm going blind. You can send me the link. I put link above where? There ain't a link. It's not come through as an arrow. Not got it. Anyway, I'll find it. I've got a little arrow, Sophie, but no link. What playlist is it under? Anybody know what playlist? Pass your CB top tips for CBTs. Pass your 81 videos in there. And it's pre-CBT, how to change gears. Pre-CBT, how to use your brakes on a gear bike. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. So slow speed, does that all help? Pre-CT, got it. Pre-CBT lesson brief on CBT changing gears. Got it. I've got it. Don't know why I struggled to find that one. So there it is. So there it is. Everybody can take a look. Mike, no, you're never too late, Mike. We're still at it, but you can. The good thing about the live stream, of course, is that you can watch it later. We get quite a few viewers. I've had a few people that have said that, you know, commitment's not able to watch it, but they will watch it again. So it is all good. It is all good. Looking good, looking good, looking good. So has anybody got any questions on Module 1 or on slow speed, whether it be for your CBT or your Module 1? Any more questions on slow speed control? It's the coordination that we've been discussing. So slow speed can be 2-3 miles an hour, can be 8-9 miles an hour. But the coordination of gas, clutch, rear brake, and Hayden put a good sort of description about it, which Hader mentioned. It's an ability to control the gravitational forces on the bike in a controlled manner by keeping the best momentum for the situation, which it needs to be varied, doesn't it? There's not one way. It needs to be varied depending on the situation. So so slow speed is a skill. Not a lot of riders that have had their test as their license for a while know how to ride successfully. Yeah, many do, but a lot don't. Hence, they struggle in certain situations. Yeah, so Sophie attended instructor training workshop 3 a couple of months ago now, and she's successfully completed 5 days with me, and she's been shadowing, putting a lot of time in. Sophie, you have been putting a lot of time in, so well done. And Sophie is at a level now that she is going to be looking at CBT training. And so tomorrow is the day, and all being well, Sophie, you are able to get your badge. We can get you a badge and you start delivering CBTs. And exciting times as well, with potentially a new site coming on board, which means that we are going to be yeah, we're going to be needing some new instructors coming in, but Sophie was workshop number 3. I've just started, Sophie, my 4th RJH instructor training workshop since lockdown ended March 29th. So since March the 29th, we are now in workshop number 4. That's today. I've got 3 new instructor trainers on board. AW8. Do you encourage appropriate counterbalancing? Yes, why not? Yeah, absolutely. If it helps, then yes, we will encourage it, is the answer. But semi-naked with bar and frame sliders. Yeah, so can hopefully practice post-test. Good man. Good man. So believe it or not, we've been on for 1 hour. So I'm going to be winding down now. I'm going to go and watch a film and have a warm drink. I'm going to watch a film. I've got an early start tomorrow, and today was a really busy day in Manchester. We've had module 1 tests, module 2 tests. We've had tasters. We've had CBTs. We've had training. Really, really looking good. So I'm going to go and wind down for a couple of hours now, and then off to bed. But all looking good. Hader is missing the RGH team. Well, you know what you need to do then, Hader? You need to get on that coach and get yourself back up to Manchester. Come and see us. Thank you very much, Sophie. And likewise, good luck tomorrow. I look forward to the report. And if I don't see you before, I might see you before. Yes, so definitely. Okay, so that's pretty much where we are. Mike Corder, I learned everything about slow riding by going to Tesco's shopping every day. Very good. Yeah, thanks, chaps. Thanks for your advice. Thank you, Lady Godiva. Look at all the live streams previous. You've got module 1, you've got module 2 live streams. You've got all of them there. There's so much information that you can take. All right. Cheers, Paul. Hader, former RJH trainees, please look into further training as an improved for the as we bikers need. Your RJH need. Yes, never stop learning. Don't matter what level you're at. So next year, I'm sure I've said this before, but next year, in the summer of 2021, so in the summer of 2020, in the summer of 2022, so that's next year, I will have been riding. I first started riding 50 years ago. So need to come up with something for the YouTube channel, live stream or anything. But in 1972 is when I was first introduced to motorcycles, Honda C90. So 50 years riding the bike next year. What is it you would all like to see as a celebration to that? Lee, Rob, on approach up to junctions, what's the best practice, i.e. gears, feather? Speed is always, speed on approach to a junction is always relative to view, visibility. So less visibility, slower the speed. Now, slower the speed means lower the gear. So there's no right or wrong answer to that, Lee. It's to do with ultimately What you can see will determine your speed. What speed you're going will determine the gear. So for those really tight junctions, then maybe you would certainly want to be in first gear slow speed, where you've got that gas clutch feathered rear brake. If it was a bit more open junction, visibility was more, you might be able to do it in second gear, but you can still feather your clutch in second gear just to control the bike a little bit. But your speed is always relative, always determines what you can see. Okay. Yes, Sophie, I do think so, and I will. There's another video which put it on here if anybody wants to just hang around for 5 minutes. I'll find it. But when I first, well, I've not got any. I've not got photos or videos or anything of me as a young lad on bikes. Wasn't the sort of thing as much back then, but well, some people have, but I haven't anyway. We didn't have all of that when I was growing up, but I had a trip in 2015, and I took a video. I went back to where it was. So, and let me just see where it all began. You might be interested, you might not. Anyway, I'll put it on. If anybody wants to look at it, you can look at it. I'm not. So this gives you an idea. This is where I grew up. I took a trip down memory lane. I did a 5,000 mile trip, eight countries, 5,000 miles. I went down south to the Cotswolds where I grew up. So a little bit of an idea where in 1972 is where I started riding bikes. So have a look at that video I've just popped on there. If you're bothered, you are. If you're not, have a look at it anyway. It was good for me at the time to do it. So on that note, I'll leave you with it. A demo, perfect mod one, including speed trap on a C90 for your 50th. I'd have to get a C90. I'd have to get one. So I was brought up as a feral, if anybody knows what that is. So where I grew up, I was brought up as a feral, and in the summer of 1972, we'd get up. As soon as we woke up, we'd be out, and we didn't go back home until it was dark at night. And the video I've just posted on there will show you where I grew up. That's where I was born. I was born in the house that we lived at the time, and that gives you an idea about where I was knocking about in 1972 on a Honda C90. So I'll leave that with you. You enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Have a lovely evening. I'm going to go and chill out and wind down for now. Thank you all very much for watching, contributing, and have a fantastic bank holiday weekend. I will be live on Sunday. Bob the Biker is back on Sunday. Come and join us. Have a little chit chat. Nothing specific. So bye for now.